Hi guys, Dr. Melanie. We will work with energy now, and this is a very important theme when we do calculations of work when you get to grade 12. So, the introduction to energy is a very basic but very fundamental concept that you are going to do further calculations with. We are going to use energy again when we do chemistry, but for now, in the physics chapters, we will use energy, but we first have to know what energy is. So let's firstly see what we know about energy. Firstly, most of the energy, almost entire energy that we have, is coming from the sun. So the sun generates energy with the radiation, and the energy will be transferred from one format to another. So it's found in different types, which I'll show you just now, and it cannot be created. We cannot generate energy, but we can change forms of energy. We can change from one form to another and transfer the energy, and we cannot destroy energy. If it's going somewhere, it will be transferring to something else. We'll measure energy in joules. Now, this is an important unit because you'll see we will measure joules in different contexts. And it's a scalar. Now, if you go back to the chapter that we did on vectors and scalars, the direction is of no concern. You will use energy whether it's to the left, to the right, up or down. So that's important that you know it's a scalar quantity. Let's have a look at different types of energy, and we'll discuss that now. So we get forms of energy. The one we use most, and we think we see it almost all the time, is the mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is composed of moving things, so that will be motion, or we've got the change of position. That will be the mechanical energy. And next lesson will be just focusing on mechanical energy. But other than that, we've got thermal energy where we are heating or melting different phases. We get that in the chemistry, and we've got a lot of things that happen with the molecules within certain phases. Then we've got electromagnetic energy that comes from the sun, and we know we've got visible light. If you've got your spectrum, you'll see you've got infrared, radio waves, X rays, ultraviolet, and infrared. So, those are the electromagnetic energy. We also have electrical energy, and we use that all the time. Chemical energy is firstly what's happening when you eat food. You generate chemical energy, but we also have striking a match where a chemical reaction is happening. And then finally, we've got nuclear energy. Now, nuclear energy is often found in other countries. In this country, we don't really have nuclear energy other than a few plants that we have. But in the USA, everybody is using nuclear energy. So there we've got nuclear fusion, and they are generating energy that we can use in the houses from nuclear uh, reactions that they have. Light energy, if you put your hand near this bulb, you will firstly see the rays with your eyes, but you'll also find heat. So that's a form of energy being released from the electricity. Heat is just an open fire or a stove. You know, in this case, we lit this fire, but it's generating heat, and it is all over the room if you have a fire. So you know it's generating these heat rays. The further part of energy is chemical energy. So you've got big plants where people make stuff, they produce things, and we've got chemical energy taking reactants and making products. And that's a part of our energy chapter that we'll cover in the chemistry. We also have nuclear energy where they generate in these big generators. They've got nuclear reactions that then generate, and we use that for electricity. A very important type of energy is gravitational energy. If we've got these guys above the earth, they will be drawn to the ground, and that will be a loss of energy. And to get them up there again takes some energy. But we'll work on gravitational energy in a separate lesson. We also have electrical energy, and up till now, we could never capture the energy in this lightning to use it. So if you are clever and you can sit and think, how can we take this energy generated by lightning and use that energy, you'll probably get a Nobel Prize for that. So that's one of the quests that we're still working on. We know when we're in our room and we put the radio on full blast or you're listening to music, we can break glasses because there's energy radiated from sound. And we know the energy is coming to our ears. And then moving energy, or as we call it, kinetic energy. But we'll get to that just now. So there's lots of energy in a train, a car, anything that's moving. One thing that we seldom forget is that elastic also has energy. So you can pull an elastic band and it can go back to its original form. So there's a lot of energy in elastic. And then finally, we've got radiance. So you see the light rays there, it's radiant energy. And as I said, light energy. The lights from anything is a form of energy. The classification of energy is mainly in two different portions. We've got kinetic energy, and we said it just now, it's because of the motion. Now let's just quickly stand still with this word, kine. This comes from the word meaning motion. And we've formed words with that. Cinema. Now what is a cinema? It's where we see movies. And that will be moving pictures. So we already use kine for different kinds of things, but all of them actually meaning moving. We've got translation energy as part of kinetic energy, or rotation. If you turn something around, it's part of the kinetic energy. The actual calculations that we make will be with an equation. This equation will be on your information sheet, but there's a separate lesson just on kinetic energy. You'll actually take the mass and you'll calculate with the velocity at that specific moment, the square of the velocity. You will be calculating the kinetic energy. We also have the other big section of energy, which we call potential energy. And that's because of the position. Remember, we had those guys on the in front of the plane, and they are doing skydiving. So they've got, regarding to their position, they've got energy, and we call that stored energy. Remember when mom and dad says to you, you've got the potential to do something or better, then you're actually storing that talents, and they say, use those talents that you have. So that's because there's stored energy in position. And here we'll find elastic, magnetic, electrical, and gravitational potential energy. It's usually objects that pull together or being repelled, but we'll get to that just now. It's mass times g, so that's in actual fact your gravitational force. And then why we said position is because it will be multiplied with the height. If you put something in the air, you are using energy. Right, so that was just the introduction to energy. We've got to be able to identify types of energy, use the equations, which we'll see in the next lesson. And let me tell you, drawing a diagram, doing a sketch will make your life much easier when you work with physics. I hope you enjoy using energy to do energy calculations. Bye-bye.